Seraph is my favorite Havencraft card of all time, in any of her forms, so I wanted to give her a try, and she has been given new life in the Unlimited format because of the new card, Pendulum Almirage, who's able to cheat her out on turn 5 and get her out of there to summon the Seraph Amulet, which of course summon Awakened Seraph, you summon Renaissance Seraph, and then you summon Seraph Lapis Glory B, and then you win. The rest of the deck is just draw and controlling tools. We have Prayer of Conviction to banish their stuff and also prevent Handless Blood from attacking us. Wishing Chalice also banishes their stuff. You can also get rid of your extra Seraphs and Pendulum Almirages this way because you only really need one. Glistering Angel helps take care of the Invoke heavy decks like Wrath Blood and Burial Rite Shadow. Dawn Splendor is good against Storm like Hozumi and Wrath Blood, again. Bunch of draw amulets and then ways to reduce the countdown of our Seraph amulet like Unlikely Fellowship, Hierophant's Implements, and even Hallowed Dogma. Can it actually succeed though? Well, let's find out. But first make sure to like the video and subscribe, it really does help. So when I ran this deck and queued up against Wrath Blood, I was like, uh-oh. I'm really not sure if my control techs are actually gonna do anything. Because, you know, while Glistering Angel stops Burial Rite Shadow quite a lot, even if you stop the turn 3 Invoke from Wrath, they still can hit you a bunch with their bats. So I need both Glistering and Dawn Splendor, and I really don't know if I was able to do that. And not to mention that even if you stop the Storm as well, they can still, like, Silver Snipe you, right? So, it's just a bad scene all around, in my opinion. But we do our best here. We have the Pendulum Almirage in our hand, looking for the chance to play it alongside our Lapis now, making sure that hopefully they don't aggress too much, because that would be really bad. Because that would mean we can't do the super combo, because their board is too wide. Thankfully, though, we have Prayer of Conviction and Wishing Chalice to get rid of this stuff here, which is absolutely necessary, because otherwise I'd be taking way too much damage. And at this point, I'm feeling like, okay, I'm in an okay position. Next turn, I just Pendulum, and then I have Unlikely twice, and I just need one more reducer after that. Can we pull through? They end up playing the Bloodfed Flowerbed and the Valneric super early. I hate to see it. That's a big guy. Ouch. And I end up taking a ton of damage here, especially when they combo with Silver Snipe. I'm down to 9. I'm down to 9 on their turn 4. But I think, okay, I'll just give it a try, okay? Let's just try and get this game plan down. Maybe they don't have triple Silver Snipe or something, or like double Silver Snipe plus Razor Claw or something on turn 5. Maybe I can actually make it through this. But alas, when the Vania comes down, I'm like, it's GG, man. Wrath is simply too strong. I think Wrath is such a hard deck to beat for so many reasons. There's just so much burn. I saw the gift for Bloodkin, and I'm like, it's actually Jover. Especially because they play another gift for Bloodkin. And that's lethal. But they're BMing because they have Night Screech. Rubbing it in, I see. But in this next game, I seek to redeem myself. You know, part of why I lost is probably because I didn't use the Seraph leader. I don't know why I didn't. I was just lazy to change my leader, I guess. But we're gonna make it work, okay? Up against Blood, yet again, we have the Pendulum Almirage in hand. All we have to do is find that Seraph, and we are in business. I see the Maron come out on turn 1, which is a very bad play. And I think, okay, guaranteed this is handless, okay? So the Glistering is not... Well, I mean, the Glistering could be good, but I was like, it's fine. They're playing Maron 1, their hand can't be that good. We can save Glistering for later. Maybe if I played this game back again, I would have kept the Glistering, but I was really wary about tossing the Pendulum or the Lapis just in case I wouldn't get it back on time. That's always such a fear for me. It's happened to me before when I was testing this deck, so I was like, nope! You know what, I'd rather risk the Glistering, especially because their Maron is such a bad play, than toss one of my 2 combo pieces, even though it's probably technically better, right? Now, I do end up getting a Bam Beauties here, and unfortunately they are invoking here. And I am kind of regretting not doing something with that Glistering. at the end of the day. Ew, boy. Especially since they draw Seductress Vampire here. If they get Skull Freedom Raider, I'm actually like kind of really screwed. Thankfully, it's just Scorpion. I mean, Scorpion is bad, and Full Moon Leap is even worse. But if it was Raider, I would have been in really deep trouble. And there's the Glistering now. She came back. See, I told you she'd come back. Don't sweat it. But at this point, it's not even relevant because I have Prayer of Conviction anyway to prevent them from invoking. So it's just a comedy of errors at this point. Should have kept the Glistering before. I was too cowardly to toss my Lapis or Pendulum. And now that I have the Glistering, it doesn't matter because I prevent the invoke anyway. And they have the Galome, and I lose now to, well, I don't lose to anything at this point in time, but I am very low in health, right? Especially if they have another Maron. They don't, thank goodness. All right. I must live, okay? Let's get that Lapis out there. And I believe I do double trade so that they don't have a target for Room Service Demon. That's actually a huge consideration in this right now. Make it harder for them to go handless every time. Now I just have to survive on 6. If they have another Galome, I lose. They don't! There's another unlikely. That's one. That's a draw. I don't actually have it here. Get a ward up as well. This is the part where I was playing Staircase as a one-of. I changed that out in the final list because Staircase is bad in this deck. My reasoning was that I could play it for the enhance and guarantee a Seraph, but then it just ends up being too slow, so I took it out. Anyway, we win! And playing around the Room Service Demon ended up being actually very relevant, so let's go. Now here is a game against Havencraft. I end up full keeping the mulligan because I saw Pendulum, I saw Lapis, and I'm like, let's go. I, in hindsight, maybe should have tossed the repos, but my thinking was that if they end up buffing their board a lot very, very quickly, I at least have the Realm of Repos to stall their damage, so we'll keep it. Now, for some reason, in my heart of hearts, I knew that I would get the Pendulum back. This might sound like a fake commentary, but I legitimately thought that. like I felt it in my soul that if I tossed the Lapis, I would never get her back, but if I tossed the Pendulum, I would get her back very soon, and it actually ended up working. I know that sounds super fake, but I swear that's what I was thinking. Anyway. It's probably because in my testing, I actually did try getting rid of Lapis once and I never got her back, and I was forever scarred. Anyway, weird gut feelings aside, they play Realm of Repos, confirming this to be Heal Haven. I swapped out the Staircase to Paradise, is that what it's called? For Forbidden Ritual, because I was fighting a lot of big board guys, so Forbidden Ritual is my one-off here. And here we go with Bellringer Angel, but I'm actually okay with that because I have a very easy way to clear that. I have 2 hard banishes in my hand. And they're a very controlling heal deck, so they are not like a tempo heal deck at all. What with Goddess and all this stuff. So we have the combo, the Wombo combos. Get rid of this. I shall overcome the darkness. And now all we need is Amulet Subtractors, right? The problem is I already used a Hallowed Dogma, which is kind of sad. But, yeah. I still have the Banishes in hand, like I said. I was considering using them for the Bellringer, but I was just like, let's just get the combo out now. They are a slow deck, alright? Let's just keep it schmoving. And if they're slow enough, they won't actually be able to answer what I'm doing. Prayer of Conviction to try and draw another Amulet Reducer. We get it! Hallowed Dogma! Unlikely Fellowship! And unfortunately, we don't have a third one here. But I win next turn. If they can't banish my amulet, I win. I know that they're running Thunder God because they played that Thunder God on 1. But if they destroy it, I still win. GG.